Hello, and welcome to Bloodbark. Your job is to cut down the bloodbark trees, highly priced for their exotic red wood. The trees are bleeding, but that is natural in this species. Just 1 week, and you are gone. What? But the trees are aware of your presence. They know your intentions. They will fight back. Cool. Fantastic. Sounds like a lovely time. I just read this down here. The game features 25 achievements and 2 endings. I hope this isn't a long game because I was not intending on playing a long game, but I guess we'll find out right now. Alright, this one's going to be a little wonky because it's... Can I, like... I don't... this is like... Hang on, wait. Is this windowed? Can I full screen this? What is happening? This... It's like... Maximize? There we go. No. Can this not be windowed? Can... I'm aggravated. Alright, well, you guys are just gonna have to deal with it being weirdly framed there, because that is just the way it be sometimes. Alright, let's go! Yes. Ah, there we go. My job had never been in such high demand. A new exotic kind of tree had been discovered, and its price was sky high. The blood diamonds of the forest. I'm not quite sure you know what blood diamonds are. I don't... Blood diamonds aren't expensive because a child slave probably died digging them out of the ground. Oh, I'm speedy. Good morning, forest. I have come to kill you. I found one of those trees further ahead. Good. Yes, and I would be best if I could... It would be best if I focused my time on just chopping those down. Okay, man. Good for you. Hello. Fantastic. What, 20 of those? Can I... What? Alright, cool. That's normal. Chopping. Oh, hello. I swear, if these marks are just all over my house and nowhere else. Seems not. I'm not going to look for the extensive number of achievements. I'm going to ramble. Nope, never mind. I'm not going to go off into the forest because apparently fun is not allowed. You're not allowed to just wander off into the woods and die of exposure. I thought this was America. I thought we were free to do as we pleased. But no. I'm expected to follow the path and be a What did I just see? Oh, it's grass. Never mind. I'm just having a mental breakdown in the forest. I do this sometimes. It's actually one of my most... Is it common? How many times have I had mental breakdowns in the forest? That's... ominous. How very twisty. Well, at least it gave me a nice line to cut. Okay. Man. I did not even cut it. I just beat it with an axe until it fell over. That would be the last chunk. I'm glad I'm holding it next to my face. I'll put it up with the rest at the cabin and rest until tomorrow. Cool, man. This is normal. Why... How are you holding this? Why is it so bright around these particular trees? Oh, it's me. I have just a fluorescent glow around me. That's not what that was prior to now. Alright, cool. Not my problem. That tree just disintegrated. They do that sometimes. How many times have I played a game where the trees are watching me? I was saying earlier that I think having a mental breakdown in the forest is fairly common, but I'm not actually sure how many forest... Must have been some drunk idiot. Not my problem. This forest is next to a public park. It wouldn't surprise me if someone had crashed their car. Not my problem. I I don't know. You could be slightly less inconsiderate of those around you dying in the woods. So, do I just... Is it... Am I a squatter? Am I allowed to live here? Oh, good. I'm just piling the meat trees here. Good. Now for a well-deserved rest. I do like... Oh. Those are concerning. I do like rambling to myself about such things at night in the woods. How... Day 2. Would talking to yourself in the woods keep you sane or make you go insane faster? I'm going to assume talking to myself is good. The forest is a community. Not really. The trees use their roots to warn each other of potential dangers. I don't know if that's true. Mushrooms do that for sure, but I don't know about trees. Trees are kind of very intent on the deaths of their neighbors. They send nutrients to the trees in need, and to those that can fight back the threat. I am certain you are incorrect, sir. Sap becomes dense, overflowing with resources. You've seen trees, right? Like, you know what a tree is? That's how they do it. Sure, man. Whatever you say. No, trees aren't communal things. They live near each other because they do. I don't think they really want to. And I don't think they really care about each other, because the thing is, the best way a tree can survive is for its neighbors to die horribly, which is why they try to strangle out each other's roots and grow higher than the others to, you know, get into the sun and block out their neighbors so that they wither and die in darkness. That was the only tree I knew about. Well, that's rather unfortunate. There must be some more. I just need to find a different route. Sure, man. Sure. Sure, whatever you say. I'm assuming that path that opened up last night, that I can just chop down? I bet if I break that rope, no one will notice. This is a... You could walk under it. It's like a chest height. It went... Alright then. Cool. I'm not gonna question that. But yeah, trees... You know, everyone likes to think of trees as these friendly little guys that just are lovely and all kind and happy and cheerful with one another in a nice little forest community. When in reality, it is just a I mean, the main thing to keep in mind, there's no need for this. This is oddly satisfying. It is. Destruction of private property is always fantastic. Don't do that. It is actually kind of lame. Don't be a communist. Yay. I'm sure this will have no negative repercussions on my soul. Fantastic. Saw another one over here. Okay, I guess I didn't see another one over here. I guess the void will stall me. But yeah, trees will cannibalize each other too, remember. Most of what a tree eats is dead plant matter, meaning other trees. They are kind of jerks. Never trust a tree. They will eat your corpse and grow their they're like wasps. Wasps will grow their eggs in the corpses of other animals, just like trees will. Now that's some big grass. Concerningly large grass. Oh well. I'm not a grass cutter, I'm a tree cutter. This one doesn't have as obvious of a little choppy mark on it. Ew. What the hell? Gross. Is this sap? Tastes like blood. I, too, love immediately consuming the foul liquids that emerge from a cursed tree. No, get over... Yes, I know it tastes like blood. They warned me about this, but I didn't think it would be so real. I didn't expect the bleeding trees to bleed. It's against nature. I am doing the world a favor by ridding it of these foul, cursed trees. Oh god, that almost squished me. Alright, last chunk for the day. Haha, this is normal. My shirt is ruined, and I look like a serial killer. Well, yeah, you would. Just, I mean, we're in a forest. It's not like anyone's gonna come out here and murder us, right? Murder us? No, we'd be doing the murdering. We're the serial killer here. I don't like walking alone in the forest. If those crickets stop, I am becoming very concerned. That was in the game, right? I think this wood is worth... To think this wood was worth so much. Why? Just because it is red? Or is it due to the ones that have to go fetch it? What? It's hard to understand the rich. I don't know what that means, man. Are there wolves in this forest, or was that in my backyard? Because it was set up like it was a directional thing, but every way I turned, it was still coming from my right. Which happens to be the direction of a window in my bedroom. That grass is very disturbing. And I don't think you're actually... I don't think the game's even picking that up. Okay, the fairies are just singing. That's normal. Man, I take long strides. God, how long are my legs? That's disturbing. I'm the real freak here. Oh, here comes the ominous droning. Oh, it's bleeding all over my dirt. How could it? Anyways, time to sleep. I don't have a door. I just noticed that. As some trees fall, some trees stand. That is how tree felling works. Some plants are able to evolve during their lifetime. That is not how evolution works. Evolution is over many generations. Adapt, maybe. Metamorphosize? One of those ones. Yes, that technically is true, I think. They change their characteristics, shaping themselves depending on their surroundings. I don't think that's true. No, I'm pretty sure that's not how trees work. They knew the sound of my axe. Cool. Cool, man. Great story. You really should have a door. Oh, hi. Murder. What are those people doing here? Have they been filming while I slept? I should go and kill them a few things. Murder. Oh, hi. Oh god, murder. Kill them. Kill them now. Kill those freaks. You two. I didn't read that. You are a lumberjack for. They hired? Whatever I said before? I don't know what I said before. I didn't get a chance to read it. Yes, I am, and you are the creeps who were filming my cabin while I slept. Can you go away now with your horrendously long limbs and squarish heads? You are horrifying. Look at the cameraman. Look how his elbows bend at his knee, at his waist. Disgusting. Tell me, are you aware of the dangers surrounding the bloodbark trees, which you have been hired to chop down? Yes, I have been warned of the threat this trees possess. Suppose what? Hang on, hold on. Yes, I have been warned of the threat this trees suppose. Did I just have a stroke live on TV? This is inconvenient. Their cognitive effects, which, as you may know, include visual and auditive? Auditive. Auditory illusions? Hallucinations. Lead those who fell the trees. Hang on. Am I being stupid here? Am I having a stroke? Their cognitive effects, which as you may know include visual and auditive illusions, lead those who fell the trees to believe they are killing a man instead of a tree. What? Some experts believe this is a survival mechanism this exotic species has developed to survive deforestation. What do you think about this? I think you shouldn't do a news report while high on drugs. Trees are smart, but not that smart. Trees are not smart. It's not like they understand why we chop them down. It's not like they have cognitive functions. They do not have neurons. They don't have brains. They're not animals. And if you do know the effects of these trees, what made you accept this job? They pay a lot, and there's not many places at Lumberjack who can't use machinery could work with a living wage. What era are you from that can you not? A chainsaw is not that hard to learn to use, man. What? If I start seeing things, I'll just know it's the trees. If I remember what they do, their tricks won't work on me. I'm sure that'll work out well and you won't just murder random people. That's an interesting philosophy. No, it's not an interesting philosophy. That's an obvious philosophy. If I am aware of the psychological manipulations they can impose upon my mind, none of these, there's like birds chirping. Hang on. There's birds chirping and stuff. None of it looks like it's getting picked up on the readout. The bar is not moving. I'm just going to assume it's fine. That's an interesting philosophy. Thanks for your allowing us to ask you these questions. Have a nice day. I did not allow you to ask a damn thing. You walked onto my property. I'm going to assume this is property, I'm not just squatting, but you just kind of imposed this upon me. Anyways, thank you. Have a nice day, you hideous abomination. Get out of my sight before I start axing you. Okay, Greg, that's enough. Cut. Oh, sure, now it's picking up the sounds. There's not even any sounds being picked up. What is happening? Am I hallucinating? So are you leaving now? No, asshole. You almost ruined our footage. We'll film more trees as background footage and then we'll leave. Get off my property. Keep on rolling, Craig. I will murder you. I can. Look, listen, ma'am. God, your head is square. You are truly a mockery of God's creation. You have the lankiest arms I have ever seen. Your legs are so short. Disgusting. If I murdered you, you tried to kill the lady. Yes, I did. Listen. Here's the thing. The trees cause you to have hallucinations that you are murdering people. So, if I were to chop either of you into pieces, no one would question it. Could say I thought I was hallucinating from the tree and just kept murdering. I didn't know that it was a real human, assuming you are a real human, which you are very clearly not. Your skin is... You look... You're just a disgusting freak. I'm sorry, but you really are. You are... I'm leaving now. Stay out of my house. I have no door. Also, stay away from my highly valuable wood. I'm watching you. I will kill you. Alright, anyways. There must be more bloodbark trees on yesterday's path. Yes, because that's my primary concern, not the people I just left right outside my house without a door. What a... Really? Really, you're gonna keep me locked... These invisible walls, man, are real wacky. The sound of trees in need of murder. Oh, I can't go that way. Ooh, that was not like that before. But I see a rope to murder. Yes. Phenomenal. Can I murder any tree? I cannot. Oh, well, that's a good... Well, that's probably fine. I'm not going to question it. This definitely isn't the trees manipulating me into murdering a person. Nah, that's just tree. Normal tree goop. Not human. And if it was... I can just pretend that it wasn't. Last chunk. My head hurts. My hands are shaking. I'm covered in blood and... There's a human corpse. And this tree feels weirdly fleshy. Maybe accepting this job is not a great idea. Well, you were just going on about how cool you were for taking this job, and now you're suddenly backtracking? Real lame, man. You gotta commit to the bit. Why do I feel guilty? It's just a tree. Not a human that I definitely didn't kill. I seem to recall there being slightly more tree. Hello. Bell? Ed? What are you? Rock? Ah, rock. Alright, cool. I'm not going to question whatever is happening there. That seems normal. I don't recall there being a lake. Alright. Not my problem. Am I seeing people in the distance? Nope, that's foliage. Never mind. It's all good. I have committed no sins against man or God. My conscience is as clear as Uh, the water of that anomalous lake that manifested. I definitely would have run into that lake yesterday. Oh well, not my concern. This guy really needs to walk faster. Like, take more steps, my guy. Sure hope that news crew hasn't been murdered in the night. That would be very unfortunate. The trees are singing again. Is this a Lorax game? Is this not essentially the plot of the Lorax, that the trees have a consciousness and by chopping them down I am committing a sin against nature? It's not real. No, I think it's just the trees. Even dead, they still cause hallucinations. Was there something supposed to be horrifying? It was just red. It's just the trees, yes. You said that already. Shut up and go to bed. In your crappy little shed. Day 4. It is almost uncanny the way they accept death. What are you talking about, my guy? The way they fall without resistance. They don't have muscles. If you had no neurological functions going on, like, you would just plop over without any resistance too. Like, that's generally how dying works. It's... The forest used their deaths as a warning that... What are you talking about? A sign that I should stop. I think you're just hallucinating, man, because you're chopping down blood trees. Anyways, back to another wonderful day of murder. Oh, it's leaking everywhere. I should put a tarp down. This is disgusting. Anyway, let's go check out that anomalous lake that manifested in the night. Alright. That's cool. So I'm assuming... What, is the forest going to blame me for that one as well? See, the forest is killing the trees too. It's not just me. This is natural. Clearing away trees is not necessarily a bad thing, because the thing is... Trees, once they get to a certain point, die inside, and they just stand up straight, don't look any different, but they are definitely dead, and that can be... And that's like a major falling hazard, for one, but also, they are just, like, it's a... I'm sorry, I completely lost my train of thought there. What? Alright then, cool, man. I'm not gonna question that. That's... Can I bong the bell? Something's sure rumbling. I don't think this is doing anything. Oh, I... Well, Cthulhu doesn't seem to be rising from the deep, so I guess I shall get on with my life. Man, that Nightcrawler really just threw me for a loop. I don't know. I honestly can't remember what I was saying in the slightest. I think something about deforestation being good. Not necessarily deforestation, but, you know, you basically have a... When trees die, they kind of have a... the bark and the way they exist is pretty sturdy. So you just... So they kind of, like, start to disintegrate on the inside. Like, I've seen pictures of, like, you know, trees where, like, the inside is basically wood dust or wood chips. So, like, you've just got a hollow trunk full of kindling, and that is very bad if something... Trees are floating. They're ascending to another plane. Fantastic. So yeah, you know, clearing away dead trees and dead brush is actually a good way of preventing forest fires. It's called forest management. And is why, and not doing it is why California likes to catch on fire so frequently. Ooh, that's a big one. Gonna get a lot of blood meat out of that. Can I just leave? Can I leave? Am I free? Freedom? No, no, I got work to do. Alright. Fine. So is someone gonna come along and collect the... Hello. Blood? Wood? That's... perturbing. John! Alien. I spray painted this wall. Good for you. This is a normal thing to do. Hi. Ribs was here. Good for Ribs. Hello. Oh, you're not going to let me in? Man, I was way closer to that wall than I thought I was. Normal situations. What a life I have. Oh. Yeah, it certainly is just a tree. 1 week and I'm gone. Yes, I get it. Let me chop. The faster I chop, the faster I leave. Oh, God. Last one, finally. I really need a... That wolf is again circling me no matter which way I turn. I really need a break. Yeah, man, I feel that. I mean, the psychic hallucinations can't be good for you. If this doesn't end with me just chopping up a person, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed. Why are my steps so long? What is wrong with me? God, oh God, thinking about those abominations of a news crew. Oh God, maybe I am a weird lanky-legged freak. And you saw their arms. Maybe I'm just like that, but got really long legs. Horrifying. Absolutely vile. I hope I get murdered by trees now. To spare the world from my disgusting visage. It'll be a mercy on all who can see. It looks unusually dark in my house. Man, I got quite the pile. Anyways, time for sleeps. Day 5. Is this my last day? I'm assuming I don't work weekends. Their sense of cooperation is immaculate. It's really not. They've done absolutely nothing to stop me from murdering each other. Their brethren, rather. 1,000 brains in unison. Nope, not even one neuron amongst them. They are not like us. They are better. Incorrect. I always hate that it's nighttime. I can't sleep. My urge to murder is rising. I guess I'll go for a walk and murder things. Yes. Yes, go away. Okay. Trees are just horrifying, though, if you think about it. You know grafting? The thing how you can just chop off a piece of a tree and then chop off another piece of the tree and mash them together, and then they just grow into one unanimous being? Unanimous is not the correct word, but it sounded correct and fancy. Yeah, that's just a thing, so you can do that. Like, imagine if that was humans. Like, if you could just chop off your arm, chop off someone else's arm, and then just slap theirs on yours. I think there's someone up there, next to the bathrooms. Is that what those are? Is this a park? Man, someone's having a rave. Hello? Murder. That was quite possibly the worst escape I have ever bared witness to. Another tree. That's a person. They look so human. They're getting better. It's just the trees. Yes. Murder. Murder. What is wrong with your... Oh my god, is that your face? I don't feel bad about killing you just seeing your face. Their lies are each time more believable. It felt extremely real. Man, that definitely wasn't there before. They're singing again. Yes. Alright, relax. You're getting paranoid. It definitely wasn't a person you just killed. It's just the trees. It's just the trees. It's not like I'm gonna like, get back home and find a pile of dismembered corpses next to my house. And besides, we all know that the trees cause hallucinations, so I have a credible deniability. Is that the correct word? Credible deniability? Something like that? What is that? What is the word? You know the one. Is it no, credible deniability sounds completely incorrect. Deniability. Accountability. The thrumming is back. Is it credible deniability? That sounds absolutely incorrect. But I can't think of what else it would be. Oh, there's my house. Anyways, the meat pile. Sure is a good thing there are no witnesses to my murders. But yeah, trees are just freaks of nature if you think about it. Like, we have blood types and crap. Trees don't. You can just, like, they don't even need to be the same species of tree. You can just, like, there's things where people have made, like, multiple fruited trees and stuff. Like, you can, trees are horrifying if you think about it. Day 6. I do work on weekends. Red upon red. Too many eyes. It's just bodies piling up. How was I supposed to tell the difference? I don't know, man. Maybe you shouldn't have killed them in the first place. Maybe you should have questioned the trees. Talk to them. See if... No. Do better. Good job. Anyways, I'm sure there was no murder. No, no, you are lying. Oh no. They were trees. They were all trees. And I will kill them all. I didn't kill anyone. You can't prove anything. Day 7. They reshaped my brain. My inner workings. Can a plant take away your humanity? No. No, they cannot. I was lost in that forest. But then you found me. Cool, man. So what was that car crash? There was a car crash on like day 1, and that went like, that seemed like it was going to be a plot point, and then it went absolutely nowhere. I really did need a day of rest. I feel much less murdery now. Yesterday was... it was horrible. Killed a guy. Scared away some teenagers having a car rave. I need a walk. Going for walks is what led you to this problem in the first place. God damn it, my headphones are dying. Hang on. Good. I'm glad I take my axe out for a walk. That's a normal thing to do. Not much bloodbark trees over here. Well, you did kind of cut them all down. I could sneak out of the park. There might be some outside. Wait. Park? Wait, the graffiti is still here. And halfway done. It can't be. It's the trees still. Yeah, sure. What was I saying? Park. Yeah, are we in a park? I don't think you're allowed to just live in a park or cut down trees. Is this an illegal operation? I don't think you're legally allowed to do this. Bloodbark Force, stay away. Well, that's a funky sign. I like how the detours are just saying go off into the woods. The park is empty. Only the trees are watching. Are people scared of them? Yeah, they're hallucinogenic trees. Shut up. Shut up. Get out of my head. I don't know why this is the voice I'm giving him right now. It's not true. It can't be true. I didn't kill anyone. You can't prove a thing. They're not still... Why did they shoot me? The police found the suspect wielding an axe. Due to his sudden and violent movements and screaming, he was considered a dangerous threat. Okay, you know what? And it was shot to death. You know what? Fair. Very fair. Good point. I didn't consider that. At his cabin, they found the corpses of 2 people, whose identities are yet unknown. Placed next to the lumberjacks' chopped wood, the limbs, heads, and torsos of the victims were separated from each other, as if they were logs. The logging company declared no responsibility for the deaths, citing the victims' entry into the fenced area. However, they will face a moderate fine for lack of security. No, hang on. They were trespassing. They were trespassing in the place that specifically said avoid the psychic trees. That is entirely their fault. Plus, it sounds like I'm an independent contractor, so they can't really, you know, take account for what I have done. Yay, murder trees. Cool. Do you want to... Alright, well, that was Bloodbark. That was something. Interesting game, interesting concept, kind of. It was giving the trees a little too much credit, I think. Anyways, I don't actually have anything more to say about that other than don't chop... Wait, no. Never mind. Don't chop down the meat trees is going to be my PSA. Thank you for watching. I don't know how to end videos. I'm having a issue at the moment. What was that noise? Did someone just scratch a record for no reason? Not my problem anymore. I don't work here any longer. I'm dead. Yes, so I will just say goodnight. And don't chop down the trees made of flesh. And don't approach the police with a weapon and scream. That is not a good idea for anyone. They are 100% justified in shooting the absolute hell out of you if you do that. Like, no question. Who's chopping down trees in my forest? This is my territory. I'll have to kill them later. Anyways, yeah, don't assault the police. I guess. Anyways, good night.